Part 3. Also, we must always keep in mind that this type of gene action and interaction work in contrary direction and actually conflict with each other. This is especially so when we realize that there are thousands and thousands of genes in our fowl acting in these two contrary ways. We must develop a breeding plan which take this into effect and establish a balance between the two different ways of inheriting traits. Another complication also comes in these points, which we feel you must be very aware of. This is that genes are much more complex than we are implying. Genes do not act upon just one thing. The gene that affects leg color may also be affecting the type of enzyme produced by the fowl. Genes don't act on only one thing and in only one way. Their effects may be many and may affect many systems at the same time. This double or multiple effect of a genes is known as pleiotropy. An example of this occurred in a type of sheep when a very fine quality of wool but which also had horns. The breeder of these animals tried to maintain the fine wool quality while eliminating the horns. It turned out this was impossible because the same genes that was responsible for the good wool quality also was responsible for the horns. If you eliminated one, you also eliminated the other. It may turn out that in fowl we may have some genes of this type, where if we try to improve one quality, we may have to do so at the sacrifice of another. Another reality that is faced by the breeder is the immense complexity of the live animal. The combination possibilities faced by the breeder are staggering. For example, if a breeder wanted to select for a broodcock a bird that was in the top 10 in terms of cutting, gameness, and fighting ability, he would need at least 1,000 birds in order to be guaranteed on finding such a fowl. I believe the real stumbling block of understanding genetics is the highly mathematical nature of the science. One must have solid training in statistics in order to understand most of the more important geneticist notions, such as inbreeding, heritability, or breeding values. We know that casinos and insurance companies are very lucrative business. However, the both work on the basis of percentages. All the house wants a little edge. Understanding statistics is the real edge for the breeder. The methods that will be presented here are based on the statistic of genetics, although we have made every effort to stay away from the mathematics, except for the example just quoted. Many of the great breeding programs carried out in the world, from the Arabian to the quarter horse to the seeing eye dog, have been carried out by practical breeders who understood the practice, if not the theory of breeding. For example, Papenburg in his book on the development of a strain of seeing eye dog in California, The New Knowledge of Dog Behavior, and Onstodt in his Genetics of the Dog, make clear that the principle to be carried out by the successful breeder are very few. To sum them up, they are: test all animals for the work, and they are also carry out. Keep careful and strict records on all breeding operation and standardized or procedures for raising and caring for the animals. When you find a good dog, breed to him on her until a better one comes along. Line breed to the outstanding animal produce. Establish goals for your breeding program and stick to them. Progeny tests or breeders are identify the truly outstanding animals. The actual art of the breeder whether he considers himself a scientific or not in his ability to define his goals and stick to them, while at the same time letting his result and not his prejudice guide him. Dito po, sinasabi po dito ni John Roman na ang sa mammals po, sa lalaki po nakukuha yung linyada sa lalaki. Sa manok po naman, sa babae. Andun po ang linyada. Baliktad po. Sa mammals sa chicken. At dito, sinasabi niya na dito sex link. Kung alin ho yung dominant dito, yun din ho talaga ang lalabas na pinag-uusapan. Yun ho talaga ang totoo dito. Kung magbibid nga ako kayo na yellow leg o green leg ang inahin, pag dominant, kasi dominant ho kasi ang green leg sa yellow leg, example lang ho. Pero sa kulay ng manok, mas dominant ho ang gray kaysa pula. Tatandaan natin yan, laging dominant, talo ng talisay ng pula pag sa kulay ay pagkukombinasyon. Ang inahin nyo ay gray, ang broodcock nyo ay pula, yun ho, talagang lumalabas doon ng lalaki, gray. Talagang i-generation natin ng konti para makuha ho natin talaga yung gusto nating ma-achieve. Wala nga ho yung pinagkaiba sa palo, yung nakaraan, pinaliwanag ko. Kung gusto nyo magkaroon ng straight comb at P-comb, doon kayo kukuha ng straight comb sa straight comb at P-comb sa P-comb. Kasi pag pinaghalo nyo yung nag-build kayo ng P-comb at straight comb this year, mag-aanak ho yan, siyempre halo, may straight comb at may P-comb. Ngayon, kung talaga sigurado nyo talagang gusto nyo magkaroon, ang inyong mga inahin at garador P-comb o rose-comb, subukan nyo i-breed. I-single mate nyo sa isang inahin. Hambawa, straight comb yung garador nyo, pag lumabas yung lahat ng anak niya sa 12 itlog na pinapisa nyo, ay straight comb. Okay. Puro straight comb ho. Kung ang ginamit nyo namang example ang garador nyo ay P-comb, subukan nyo rin. Magpapisa kayo ng mga 12 itlog, pag lumabas lahat P-comb, puro yung puro yung garador nyo P-comb. Ganun lang ho ang pagsasample niyan. Sa paa, ganun din ho. Kung green legs or yellow leg, laging dominant ho kasi ang inahin dyan sa mga ganyan. Kasi nga ho, nasa kanya yung inheritance, yung linyada. Pagkakaiba ng sa hayop. Yung sa mga kambing, sa mga ganyan, yung mga napapasuso. Yung sabihin, umamalay, yung mga napapasuso. Sa lalaki ho, naalala mo yung linyada sa mammal, sa lalaki. Sa manok nga ho, sa babae, nandiyon ang linyada. Baliktad ho. Gawa nga ho ng kanilang chromosome. Sa mammal, X and Y. Sa chicken naman, double X. Parang ganun ho. Yun ang genetics dito na sinasabi. Sa genetic na terms na sinasabi nila. Kung kayo naman sabi ko nga nung una, na pinaliwanag ko na doon, na parang di na kayo mahirapan, mag-breed na lang nga ho kayo nung P-comb sa P-comb, straight comb sa straight comb sa straight comb, rose comb sa rose comb. Sa paa, ganun din ho, para yellow leg to yellow leg, yellow leg to yellow leg. Dapat to, i-generation nyo, ibabalik nyo sa magkabilang parte para makuha nyo yung tunay na genes nila. Kasi pag 50-50 lang ang gagawin nyo, hindi nyo natin makukuha. Maliban lang, kung talagang ang nabili nyo materyales mag-umpisa kayo sa trayo o kaya sa single pair, yun ho. Kung talagang galing sa isang breeder na pinuhanan nyo, maaaring wala na kayong magiging problema. Dito lang, pinapaliwanag ko dito, yung mga upcoming breeders, ito ang mga tamang procedure na ginagawa. Ini-explain dito na isa-isa kung paano nila ginawa. Sa susunod, yung biography ni John Roman at saka si Floyd Garley, ititrivia ko dito kung sino sila. Yun lang po ang masasabi ko dyan. Kaya sa mga upcoming breeders, basahin nyo to o makinig kayo para matutunan nyo maigi ko na isa. This is really highly technical para sa mga upcoming breeders na gusto matuto talaga. Ito po ang tamang procedure. O sige ho, papalo muna ako. Maraming salamat sa inyo. Paki-subscribe naman po ulit. Like and comment. Thank you for watching. Maraming salamat po sa inyo.